Hello, very special good morning to all of you. This session we are going to discuss about renin-angiotensin-aldosterone mechanisms. In daily life, so many people are suffering from hypertension or hypotension, or they are taking the blood pressure tablet. What is the mechanism of these drugs? There is a term in the renin-angiotensin-aldosterone mechanism, that is RAAS. Okay. For example, when is a injury to the blood vessel, there is a loss of the blood volume and blood pressure. So the blood perfusion to the kidney has become the less. There are the special type of the cell in the nephron. There is a 1.2 million nephron in each kidney. There is a special type of the cell of the nephron. There is afferent arteriole that is called the Parkinson cell. It is a work as a sphygmomanometer. There is a baroreceptor. When the baroreceptor gets stimulated, why? Because the blood pressure and volume become the less. That's why they secrete one enzyme that is called the renin. One again the blood pressure and blood volume become the less. The whatever the nephronic fluid that passes from the PCT DCT loop of renal, so the cuboidal epithelium cells are easily absorbed Na plus ion. That's why there is the anterior part of the DCT. There are macula densa, which is a chemoreceptor. Which when the Na plus ion is less in a nephronic fluid, so what happens is get stimulated. There is a chemoreceptor. They secrete a renin. When the Parkinson cell is a baroreceptor and the macula densa, there is a chemoreceptor which get joined by the connected cell and we secrete one enzyme that is the renin. The renin is going into blood vessels by the efferent arteriole, is going to the liver. The liver is work as a protein synthesizer. It is from the protein. There is a globulin, alpha beta globulin. It's called the angiotensin. When the renin is work on the angiotensin is converted into angiotensinogen 1. The angiotensinogen 1 is a passes from liver, from the lungs. The lungs has pulmonary endothelium. The pulmonary endothelium contain the angiotensin convertase enzyme, which convert angiotensin 1 to angiotensinogen 2. That's why there is a angiotensin is a vasoconstrictor. But a good doctor should be know what happened to the bradykinin. What is bradykinin? Bradykinin is a vasodilator. The inactivation of the bradykinin was carried out in the pulmonary endothelium, and the activation of the angiotensin is a vasoconstriction. When the vasoconstriction is there, there is a rapidly increase in the blood pressure. And when the inactivation of the bradykinin, there is a vasodilation. There is no dilation. There is constriction. So the blood pressure is going to increase. The angiotensin is working on so many factors in our body. That is, there is working on the ADH. There is working on the posterior pituitary. Posterior pituitary is the activation of the superior optic nucleus of the posterior pituitary, which secrete the antidiuretic hormone. Antidiuretic hormone, which is the constriction of the DCT and collecting tube, which is a more absorption of the water, and it is the angiotensin 2 is also working on the aldosterone on the adrenal gland, which secrete aldosterone, which is a mineralocorticoid, which is by the principal cell of the nephron, which is absorb more Na plus ion and secretion of the more K plus ion. So the balance of the osmolarity balance, which is carried out, and electrolyte balance also carried out by the angiotensin aldosterone mechanism. By the help of the more Na plus is going to absorb, so the more water retention in our body is going to increase. So the more water retention in our body, so the blood volume is going to increase. Okay, that's why the increase in blood pressure. Now the angiotensin 2 is also acting on a ventriole. The ventriole, there is a small vessel of the veins, that are venules. When there is the constriction of the venules, there is a blood is passes to the right atrium. Right atrium is going also to the left ventricle. There is a left ventricle is pumped the blood aorta. There is increase in the stroke volume and increase in the cardiac output. That's why the increase in the systolic pressure. Yes, there is increase in systolic pressure. The angiotensin 2 is acting on also the arterioles. There is also increase in diastolic pressure. That is our target, to increase the blood pressure. When the blood pressure is going to decrease, that is the angiotensin renin-aldosterone mechanism. It is carried out by this mechanism by acting on the venules to increase the stroke volume and cardiac output, to increase systolic pressure, working on the arteriole, increase the diastolic pressure. When the working on the posterior pituitary, activation of the superior optic nucleus, secretion of the antidiuretic hormone, increase the vasoconstriction, increase the water retention, increase in the blood volume, In, that's why again working on the aldosterone, there is mineralocorticoid, increase the absorption of the Na plus ion, increase in the Na plus ion, there is increase in water absorption, there is a more of helium in the blood. This all about the renin angiotensin aldosterone mechanism is very important for maintaining blood pressure balance and the electrolyte balance in our body. Thank you so much.